Car Audio and welcome back to the channel. Now, what's our latest purchase? This particular car got offered to me by a good friend of mine, Jay. So Jay, thank you very much. Now, I've been looking for this particular model Mercedes for probably about a year or so now, but I haven't quite come across the right one. So this one came up and I kind of bought it blind without seeing it. I said, just off a few pictures off WhatsApp, I said, yes, I'll have the car. Let me just show you what we've bought. So this is our latest purchase. It's a Mercedes W124 convertible. It's a 1996 model in azurite blue with grey leather interior. This did start off life as a 320 Sportline. It's got the Sportline gear knob, it's got the heated seats and the AC. Very popular colour for a Sportline convertible. And now these are becoming a little bit sought after. So let me just quickly tell you, I'm actually quite excited about this project because I think it's going to look pretty cool. So this particular vehicle has actually been parked up for around about 2 years from what I've been told. As you can see, I haven't done anything to it. It's just got dropped off to us a few days ago. And we're going to embark on a light recommissioning because it will need a service, it needs an MOT, and there's something very, very cool with this car which made me say yes. But before I get into that, let's quickly go around the vehicle and take a quick look. This particular model comes with a AMG style body kit already fitted. It's not the original kit, it is a fiberglass kit, but whoever's fitted this kit has actually done a very good job. It's painted up really well. So yeah, that looks super cool. That was one of the reasons that I bought it. It's got original AMG 18-inch monoblocks on there. Pretty common on these. They're in pretty good condition. Tires are all good. And the wheels look like they have recently been refurbished, although they're dirty. Like I said, this car hasn't been driven for around about 2 years. Also on this car, comes fully loaded. The roof is fully operational. Everything on the car actually does work. So the AC, the heated seats, the rear pop-up headrests, they're all fully operational. The roof fully works, the wing mirrors work, everything on this car works as it should. And like I said, it just needs a really good service. But having said that, the cherry on the icing is what's under the hood. Now let me show you. Now originally this car started off as a 320. Now even the 320s to me are a little bit sluggish, a little bit slow. 3.2 straight six engine, M104 I believe is the engine code. And they used to produce around about 220 brake, which, and you know, let's face it, it's quite a heavy car, so it still would have been a little bit sluggish. Luckily enough for us, this car already came fitted with a M104 3.6 AMG engine, which the previous owner had done. Check that out. So now we've gone from 220 brake, I believe this engine is still an M104, but it produces around about 270 brake. All right, we're not breaking world records here, but it's certainly going to be a slightly better drive than a 320. A little bit more nippier, as you would say. Pretty cool. Needs a proper deep clean, the outside and the interior. So we're going to go through all that. Needs a good machine polish. Some of the dirt's actually baked on there. So Bally, I'm going to be on the phone to you in the next few weeks. So if we go inside the vehicle, grey leather interior, the typical Mercedes interior. It's got the two-tone steering wheel as well. Now, like I said before, everything in the car works. The rear seats actually don't look like they've been sat in much over the years. But again, because it's been stood around outside, I don't think there's a hardtop available for these. So if it's been parked outside for a couple of years, there's quite a good chance that there's a bit of moisture in the vehicle. But yeah, we'll go through that. And it does actually smell damp in there. So I'm going to just run it, just let it run, put the heating on full whack and just dry everything out. Don't know. What else can I tell you about this car? It's pretty flipping cool. I quite like it. In the boot, let's have a quick look in here. Oh, nice clean boot. Now, believe it or not, I've not had a proper look around this vehicle. All pretty straightforward. The factory supplied triangle still there. It's still got, which is now going to be out of date, it's still got the Mercedes first aid kit. Wow, that's never been used by the looks of it. Oh, nice. That's always a good sign. Hopefully the spare wheel's in there. Yep, full spare wheel in there. But obviously that's going to come out because you know this car's going to get bagged. We're going to get this car over to the workshop, get it on the ramp, and me and Jay, we're going to go just give it a little once over underneath, make sure there's no big rust holes in it, which I'm sure they're not, because generally looking at the car itself, it's been well looked after. If you look down the sides of the car, it's all pretty straight, although it has had a full paint at some point in its life, but you know, it's 30 odd years old now. I would imagine it's been painted at the time when the kit was put on. Oh, can't wait for this. This is going to be a nice transformation, I think. Bit of mould around the window rubbers just from where it's been parked up. Is that SG? No, that's not the Mercedes. Oh no, yeah, that's the original Mercedes supplying dealers sticker still in the window. I'll try and salvage that, although most of it's perished away. Now it's got showing about 119,000 miles on the clock, but that's probably on the car itself, engine-wise, who knows. But it does start, it does run. Oh, happy days. We'll get this one ready to be cruising in the spring with the hood down. Here goes nothing. This is a heavy car. Now, where the f is he? He was only on a fag brake. Still not back. Is that him? No? Oh, still not back. He said he was going on a 5-minute break. It's literally been like half an hour. I'll just sit here and admire the car on the ramp. Is that, Gus, is that you pointing towards Jay? There he is. Oi, where you been? You said 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's 5 minutes.
That was half an hour.
5.5 minutes.
What's happening? Why are you being like that? Bruv, this is sick, bro.
Nice.
Hey?
Another Mercedes.
It looks right, innit? So let me give you the lowdown. It's 120,000 miles on the chassis. God knows what it's got a 3.6 in it.
Okay.
Okay, so God knows what that's about. I don't know, but it runs smooth. It starts on the button. We'll have a look for some oil leaks, water leaks, and whatnot. And let's just have a general inspection of the underside before we get it MOT'd. It's been parked up for 2 years, so as you can see,
yeah,
it needs
like it has been.
yeah, it needs a very, very deep clean and detail. So that's going to be a job for Bally. Unfortunately, Jay, when I was originally sent the pictures, I assumed, assumption being the mother of all F-ups, that it would be an original kit, but it's not. It's a fiberglass kit.
Like you say, yeah, bowed.
It's bowed in a few places, but I mean, generally, when it's down on the ground, it looks all right.
With my little...
So yeah, 320 Sportline originally. It's got AC.
Oh, is it?
It's got AC, heated seats, electric windows all round, and it's still got the Sportline gear knob in it as well.
So it's a good base Sportline. They're worth a bit, isn't it?
Yeah, the convertibles also, they're coming quite sought after, nice ones.
Yes.
They're all like 220s. A lot of the ones that I've seen for sale over the last year, they've been 220s or do you know what I mean?
Mercedes are just cruisers, really, innit?
Yeah, but you need a bit of oomph.
You need a little bit.
You know when you need to pull out on that roundabt in traffic, and you need a little bit of pulling power,
but
right?
what I generally find, you got an old classic Mercedes, and you're driving around.
I get it.
Nice people that like cars give you way, and wave. And let's see a nice car. Like you pull up in the petrol station, the SL129.
Yeah.
People are like, what a beautiful car.
No, you're absolutely right. Well, let's just do a sweep front to back, okay? Any rust issues is what we're concerned about. Yeah. Mechanicals, I'm not overly worried.
Obviously, standard fiberglass fitting because you have to mount it somehow. It's all bolted up and it seems all pretty secure, to be fair.
Yeah. So normally on the 124s you get rust issues, like underneath these
plates here.
Yeah.
Along the legs.
Yeah.
Split against the turrets.
Yeah.
And that, which all seem pretty good. Even the front bits here.
Now, when I did pull it out of storage, I did notice very little oil patch.
It's a bit weepy. I think it's just near the sump at the bottom. It looks like the main wet area. Top end looks a bit dry, so it could just be gasket at the bottom. To be fair,
some gasket.
Yeah. Can you see anything in there from this side? The other side you'll be able to see where it's wet.
Okay. So rust-wise, bodywork-wise, drain hole. Drain hole, isn't
I
it?
think there's a bit of rust in there.
It's 30 years old, bro.
And just dirt, really, that's been collected in there, to be fair.
Yeah.
Maybe if once we do, obviously, bagging it.
Oh, yeah.
So once we bag it, when we do get it back on the ramp, I might take some panels off.
Yep.
Because at the moment it looks all good. See, this is blocked in there as well.
Also, remember, Jay, it's 30 years old.
It's not bad for a 30-year-old car, isn't it? I've seen a lot of newer cars worse than this.
Yeah. Now, the only other one thing that I was a bit concerned about was trying to have a look at the sills behind this kit. But
well, these it looks like it's just been self-tapped up, to be fair. So if you did want to have a look, the chances are, if you take those screws out, they're not going to go back in.
So I'm not going to take them off.
It looks all right from there. I think the main bit would be on the outer bit, to be fair. Yeah. But I think you'd see signs of bubbling, rusting or something. And some of these drain, like, you know these bungs you got here?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a little bit.
It's surface
but
rust.
It's just...
But if you look at the general floor pans, like, they're solid.
Yeah.
Now, I did notice a little weep at the diff here.
Yeah,
that's
nothing.
That's just a weep.
As I said, the car's been sitting around. The problem is these cars, classic cars, when they sit around, they get prone to leaks. Like, for example, our E30 M3 Coupe. When we first got the car done, we were taking it everywhere. The car was like ace, you know, not a single drop of oil, anything. When that car went into storage, when we didn't use it as much, it started to develop a couple of oil leaks here and there and stuff.
Yeah, because all the rubber seals all go cold, hard, brittle
and stuff, and it ends up cracking. So what you might find, you start using the car, it may be okay, or you might have to just go and change a few seals and gaskets and that. Rear suspension wise, obviously it's standard Mercedes.
I thought the car looks a little bit lowered, or maybe sport lines were a little bit lower anyway.
Sport lines, I think they're sat a bit lower than the standard ones, so they do look like stock springs, and obviously due to the age of it, they've probably sagged a bit over the years. But all the mounting points and everything, subframe mounts near there, it looks, to be fair, all good. Back here, again, it's a tiny bit.
Again, that's surface, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, you can see on the whole, the back panel here, which is all good. There's nothing on there at all.
Oh, wow.
Even down here, these do go as well. It doesn't seem to have had any sort of welding or anything done on it. We might have to obviously change a couple of bushings and stuff when we do
yeah, we'll do that when we do the air on it.
We'll find 90% of them, they need doing anyways. When
the amount of R129s we've done now, and most of those bushes are always perished. So now, considering the age, the mileage, rate it out of 10. Underneath.
7.5, 8.
See, I knew he was going to batter me down on that. No. I reckon it's more of a 9. Considering, take the age and the mileage into consideration.
Yeah, I still think 7.5, 8. I'm just looking at the overall thing, you know, including everything.
I get it.
And obviously bearing in mind fiberglass kit.
Stop rubbing that in. That was my assumption that I messed up on.
Are the wheels genuine?
Yeah, the wheels are genuine. Yeah.
Normally on the ramp you can tell the waviness on fiberglass. They don't look too bad.
There is a little bit.
There is a bit.
It's not too bad.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. When the car's on the
There's
floor,
a bit
it
here
actually
though.
looks really
Look,
good.
that's got in a little bit here.
Listen, you know fiberglass always needs hours and hours of preparation. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that.
No worries.
Jay's verdict. Seems like a very good car, which I'm super happy about. Let's get this thing on the road. So what's happening over the next coming months? The black R129 is done now. The red R129, that's going to be next on the ramp. So that will be getting a new set of wheels. That will be getting bagged as well. And then we're going to start on the 124. Actually, Jay, let's do this first.
Well, this one?
Yeah, let's do this over the red 129. All right, change of plan.
That'll be better because we've done the 129. So.
Yeah. So change of plan. We're going to do the 124 before the 129 and get this on the road. I can't wait. You know what it's like when you buy a car blind. If you end up buying a total it's all on you. But luckily, me and Jay have given the underside of this car a once over, and it seems to be a very good, solid car, apart from a bit of surface rust. But after 30 years, you've got to expect a few little niggly bits. It's time to get this booked in for an MOT. I think it will pass, but you never know, we'll find out. If you are new to the channel, or if you have just stumbled across us, please make sure you follow, like, and share, because there's going to be some pretty cool content coming your way. And also, we're working on a pretty cool project at the moment.